Batu would be crippled, absolutely crippled if he loses the Tiger. He needs to get that thing out in one piece, otherwise the Germans will collapse. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another CH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on Essen Steelworks, submitted by a fan, which could be you if you submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. I'll take a look at it, possibly play it, but make sure, no AI, info about yourself and the game. That way I know who to thank at the end of the video, and of course no mods as well. So that really does help. The reason why no mods, because the mods update infrequent time. I don't know if I'll be able to download the correct one, and yeah, some other random stuff. No AI, just because I don't want an AI game. But anyway, let's get to this game. We got ourselves Goo Heroes, Corgi, Fralix, and Cranky Crab. Okay, I'm literally about to burp. I'm sorry. Jesus. Ghostly's Shadow. We got Hoshi. Oh god, Exaya Batu. And, I'm just going to say MW. But it looks like we have a good team of players that have been in this game for quite some time. So, hopefully we have some interesting combat encounters. British, 2. Same thing, 2 Soviet. And same thing, 2 Vermont, 2 KW. So, pretty even across the board. Funny how I feel like the Americans now are like the underdog, though. I've definitely seen them do really well. It's just, I find it great that we're seeing this great mix of commanders from different factions just being deployed. Speaking of which, special weapons, so additional weapons, Croc, nice artillery against fortified locations, heavy infantry, yes, with Panzerfusiliers, smoke, sport equipment, and awesome Tiger with Panzer Commander, which is good for artillery support. Engineers having some issues. The second engineer, interesting going first with a mortar. Haven't really seen that. That's new. But yeah, it looks like the Germans are like, it doesn't matter if it's new, we're keeping it back. Double MG, by the way. MG42 front. Meanwhile, the British on the left have gone double British infantry section, MG, and universal carrier. Standard build, but keeping his range, slowly trying to beat the Wehrmacht back with long range. And nice job with putting the British infantry in there, firing. MG might fire a couple shots, but again, you can always separate his men and try to get behind it. He has to watch out for the Grenadier squad, of course, but not too shabby. Is he waiting to put down a cache? Is that what we're doing? Someone's gonna freak out. It's like 3 minutes and you put down a cache. What are you doing? Anyway, they do have the fuel on the left. The fuel on the right is currently under Allied control, but Germans slowly getting it back. I love this Kubel just breaking the cover. Soviets in a full retreat from Bralex, and yeah, he has an MG coming on in, but most of his other forces have retreated. Cranky Crab went pretty much full British infantry section. Unfortunately, the Volk squads and Panzerfusiliers are just doing a lot better at pushing back, and they have the territory, so really good job there. MG's king in the building. We have a flare going out from the mortar, which is, I'm assuming, giving sight for the MG. Mortar for the Germans are moving on in, which might counter that, depending on who's going to kill who first. That's going to be the real contention. Again, British flanking around. They could also get smoke and then drop some, smoke in front. MG facing the wrong way, I guess, at the building. But nice flamethrower burning the unit out. He needs to get out of that building now. There we go. Barely any health left, but at least he got out in one piece. Grenadiers being pinned by Universal Carrier and the MG, just shredding it. And yeah, overall, the Grenadiers and the Pioneers, the last thing standing. If this thing gets a flamethrower, he's pretty much screwed. He can get the ability. He has the command post, or sorry, platoon post, so he should be able to get that upgrade. So with the flamethrower initiating, he should be able to burn him out and hopefully win the day. He just needs something to heal it. Fortunately, he doesn't have real engineers yet. The Soviets could always heal. He has a couple spare engineers. Although that flamethrower group is actually pushing forward. I like how he's kind of like smoked to get close. I don't know why he's just sitting there, but maybe it was a bit of a glitch. MG opening fire. Looks like we have a forward bunker to heal. Not bad ideas to Wehrmacht. That way you kind of keep your presence on the front, especially if you're going heavy on the support. And it looks like, yeah, we have the essentially Hoshi going heavy on support, whereas his allies, I'm assuming, a little more front line with Grenadiers. So I like how they're kind of tag teaming with each other, covering each other's strengths and weaknesses. We do have a doctrine, as you can see here, the German infantry doctrine, which gets that half track, which is very good for just planting and being a real nuisance to the enemy. No cash yet. That's good. Okay, so no 3-minute cash. But the allies did take right. We have a lot of MGs. Jesus Christ, 3 of them. Braylick's really bringing it in. And yeah, most likely the Germans are going to have to fall back. Assault officer going down. And it being brought up again, very good close range. Really, really enjoying this thing on the front now, being able to combat like Sturm Pioneers and Panzer Grenadiers. You only get one, but it does help out with the flow of battle for the Brits. British infantry section, though, the other thing they do is open fire from long range and just shred infantry. Volk squad zone really, really good cover, so they're going to have to pull back. They have a little bit of cover, but not as much. All the support equipment over here, I'm assuming, is overwhelming the Brits and the Soviets in the region, which, yeah. Oh my god, he has his own clown car. The Germans are like, payback, bitch. Years of this. Years. But, I mean, to be fair, they also have the half-track, so, I mean, they got their own flame attack. So, not entirely, not something entirely they had to worry about, I would say. Anyway, flamethrower currently in use. Trying to burn him down, you know, at least on the retreat. Not a terrible idea, I would say. At least it's, you know, he's trying. The question is, what is going to happen next? Grenadiers are coming in to reinforce. Again, good to have support equipment. Good to have something backing up your main front or your main push, or you know, the main. Again, because I've seen this so many times with like a Panzer IV rushing in, but then there's nothing there to support it. So at least in this case, even if it's a half track, he has something to kind of make sure it gets out alive. Speaking of which, British pushing on the right. They do have grenades, which they have been throwing. Although the Volk squads have incendiary they threw. Sturm Pioneers coming on in. We have a Kubel, very low on health to support. A couple shots and it's dead, which might be a positive if they can kill it. But no, they're focusing on the Sturms. Not a bad idea. Just get the hell out of there. It's a really bad engagement. But the MG fighting two different units on two different areas. Unfortunately, can only suppress one. Which one's going to be? Well, unfortunately, it's not going to be the one they want. Because this one's probably going to still get behind his lines, and he'll need to get the hell out of there. Meanwhile, the Germans are just going on in for the deep cuts, which is actually cutting off the territory. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Because they have this, it's still connected. So, okay, not a total cutoff. Very close to being one, but not totally yet. Although the Germans taking a lot of territory. Yeah, it's still connected. Barely. Although, hold on, if they take this, that would cut off the fuel. Weird way, they actually do succeed. Oh, man, alright, push the fence. They do succeed in the cutoff from around the enemy fuel. That's hilarious, but they do make it. Mines going down, T-70 being brought up around 7.5 minutes. We also have shock rifle, because why not? Lots of anti-infantry abilities. Oh, God. Koji went tank hunter, so very good artillery, plus a good assortment of abilities to screw over tanks. Let's see. Oh, Cranky Crab went Royal Engineer, so good support abilities. Also burning... let's see, MW and lead armored, great for blobs, and also fighting armor. So it really is good against infantry and armor, because the heat rounds, it doesn't matter if you have a Puma or a Panther, it will shred. Oh god, give it to a King Tiger, just see how much damage it does. And then you have, yeah, pretty much everyone we've talked about already, so okay. Cool, so that's your assortment of commanders. Which one do I think is better right now? For anti-infantry, allies. They have so much fire and other abilities that I think what they call in, I think to be extremely good. They have some anti-armor abilities nonetheless, but I think overall they'll be pretty damn good. Oh my god, I love they're just chasing this down in the meantime. That's one kill. Can they get a second one? Oh my god, T-70 executing Exai Batu's forces. Oh my god, super close, and there's nothing stopping him. That's a double whammy right there. And most likely the Axis will be unable to mount a good counteroffensive in the region, because that's a lot of his really expensive troops he just lost. Plus, he upgraded them. That's what's even more devastating. British pushing back on the left. Against armor, though, if I have to say, I think the Germans... I mean, look, I know that Ghost of Shadow has a doctrine that's specifically meant for, like, really good infantry. But I'm just looking at this, I'm like, yeah, they have a lot of good infantry abilities, but they also have some good armor ones, too. Specifically with the heat rounds. I freaking love that. Plus, again, the nice little Panzer Commander with the tanks. I think that's good, especially with the command tank. Again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, oh god, conscripts lying in wait. Again, perfect. If they can get close to this thing and throw a bunch of AT grenades, specifically the one that's all the AT grenades, yeah, that'll be extremely helpful. But it looks like he's preemptively backing on up and try to get the hell out of there. British infantry, no AT, so he's just gonna shoot it. They're trying to move on in. Artillery, the building. I don't think it's going to do enough damage. They're going to need something else. The MG is going to hurt that AT gun immensely. Meanwhile, German forces have been pushed back a little bit. Puma's on the field. Again, MW. Good use with elite armored. Again, Puma is good for fast attacks, but you increase that damage. Oh, man. But the problem is the Soviet is not dumb. He's laying mines everywhere. So this fast attack Puma is going to be trapped because of its damage engine and unable to really maneuver as much as they wanted to. Unfortunately, I don't... Yeah, he has AT gun is super far back, so most likely it's going to be unable to really finish off this Puma, which is unfortunate. But it was a good snare. Or, sorry, good mine. Stormtroopers coming on in from behind to knock out the AT gun. Tons of forces coming on in, so the MG's going to have a real bad day. Mortars coming in as well on it. Wasp coming on in to burn the MG out of the building. Not a bad idea. British slowly getting a handle of the situation. Lots of good troops. AT units specifically. So, again, good assortment right there. Lots of infantry opening fire. Nice AT grenade from the infantry designed to fight the armor, aka the British tank hunters. And yeah, just they push them back. So really good job there. Really, really good to see that half-strike finally get KO'd. Jesus, I can't talk. But we can see here Hoshi really doubling down a lot of the infantry. Holy God, he has a huge army right now. But he does have a forward base, so I guess he can afford it. But if he's spending so much manpower on this stuff, okay, if he loses troops, it's going to be impactful. If he somehow doesn't, that's going to be also equally like, uh-oh. Because, yeah, he just has a large army already from the forefront. If he can kind of rank himself up, he could probably hold out to get a better armor. But again, having so much, if he starts losing a lot of it, that armor could be really delayed. Meanwhile, German forces pushing on right. More, oh my God. Was it Beitu's infantry kind of pushing on in, being like, we'll show him who's boss. Yeah, I'm waiting for that T-70 to come around and really give you a bad... Oh, wait, T-70 died! It must have went after the Puma. And the Puma killed it. Oh, man. Okay. Did the Puma kill it? No, it didn't kill it. Verkiden Warfers probably killed it, I would assume, right? From Batu? Yes, they got some hits in. They killed it. Okay. A little deductive reasoning right there. So without that T-70, the infantry has a little more freedom to go where they want without being pinned. Weird to use a Panzerfaust, assuming that was a misclick, but fire will burn them out, so that's good. Though Cranky's holding down his position. They're pushing on forward. Great hit right there, killing a lot of men. Again, putting down some troops to, well, aka this scout vehicle, meant to really be used as additional resources. Very susceptible to enemy fire, of course, because it's, although it does get a slight armor boost. But, yeah, still susceptible and stuff to watch out. But he's really focusing on mechanized right now, which will delay MW's ability to get heavier armor out later. So Batu's really going to have to focus on that. But luckily he's getting the Panzer right quarters, so at least he is. A little close, but at least he is kind of helping out with that. British coming on back. Looks like they're gaining strength. Also, nice caches from the Allies back here. Axis, I don't see any caches. I see this. That's going to help, well, I mean, that's going to help MW, but it's not really going to help anyone else. But I will give credit where credit's due for the British holding this VP, because that's really putting a lot of pressure on the Germans, and at least keeping them in the game and as so far as VP. Plus, right now the Soviets taking this, but Corey, Korj, whatever the hell you call him, having some issues with keeping his men alive. I'm going to be honest, you don't have a lot of men. I mean, you have the last tier building coming out, and I'm assuming, yeah, okay, you're producing Katyushas, maybe you get T-34, so at least you'll get armor out pretty quickly. But still, you're going to need some help. Once again, they're trying to go for the cutoff. Oh, another unit dying from Beitu. Damn. MG keeping them back. Stuka, long range. If this AT gun was down the road, he could hit it. He's repositioning, but it's a little too late. Destroys a lot of the... Well, tries to kill the MG, unable to. Oh, man. There goes that. Whew. Let's see. Stern Pioneers going after the MG. We got Royal Engineers with flamethrowers. Oh, God, going after him. Cranky, by the way, does have the building, and he has enough. He could easily deploy a Churchill. Churchill would be very good right now in terms of overall taking a lot of damage from infantry and dishing out quite a bit. They could take a double for Kenworth for a decent amount of time. So, again, also plus use smoke. Stern Pioneers still holding fairly well, which is weird against double flamethrower units. But it is Vet 3, so it does have some, you know, additional buffs it has. Soviets still trying to hold this area. They are holding the fuel. Germans really doing a good job holding this area and keeping that fuel alive. Ghostly Shadow, again, a number of very, like, organized, really upgraded troops. As you can see here with the extra man and G43 rifles. So, yeah, they're going to hold their own for a time. Plus, they're pushing on in. They're trying to kill this cache. again, not really an encirclement option, but at the very least, they can maybe cut off or reduce the enemy territory. Nice kill! Double mortars have been KO'd, and that's the problem with grouping up your units. So Hoshi just lost both his mortars, which should hopefully allow the British to maybe push up his forces a little better. Now, again, he's going to need to use the smoke really well. Again, no key still, which is hilarious, but at least he can drop it, get a little smoke action, hopefully block the sight of his troops coming in, and then use the Universal Carrier's Flame ability to burn, baby, burn a lot of those MGs. That would be the positive. Now, there are some AT units coming on the flank. Great use of them. Knock out the flame attack before it really does a lot. Wait, did he use artillery? Oh, he used artillery. Maybe he's trying to kill the mortars. Unsure, but the Germans are pushing forward, and the Soviets upgrading with Petar's rifles. Not the best idea because, again, decreases their anti-infantry capabilities. So you have that. Now, it's not like Guards troops where they're getting a DP. Now, luckily, the Katyusha comes in to save the day, and by God, almost kills that unit. Just almost. So very close. Meanwhile, Soviet force on the right, KV flamethrower, like I said. Oh, nice flame attack. Pushing the enemy back. So on the right, yeah, they're hopefully really good using those flame attacks. Because, again, they got two different variants with a lot of munitions stored up. So hopefully they can use that to keep the Germans back and keep that fuel under their control because they need it. Right now, Germans have 39 fuel per turn because of both fuels. If they get that back, they'll definitely help them, like, even things out. But still, it's something you have to worry about. Plus, they lost the cash. I mean, that's impactful for the Allies to keep losing those manpower and resources. Because right now, the Allies are averaging upper 50s. Axis are actually lower, but they're doing very well on overall map control. But we'll see if an Allied counterattack can really help. Another push with Stormtroopers again with the MP40 upgrades. It doesn't cost anything. It's actually a free upgrade, but it does change their specialization to be closer range. Half track on the field, most likely to heal the guys on the front. And also because you see that, it can drop weapons, which is very, very, very helpful. So, Katyusha coming on in again from Korg. He was also bringing artillery, so he's really focusing on the arty. Unfortunately, not much stopping them from really coming up the gut and killing this stuff. But the artillery will hurt this guy's forward base and, like, ability to keep his men on the front, which hopefully will allow the British to capture this fuel. Because while these guys have done good at mostly holding the fuel, they have been outplayed by the Germans, even though they have gotten a number of kills on said Germans. Anyway, Churchill is on the field, which I expected. And with combining with the KV, the Germans will need some heavy armor to break that. Look, Puma's good, but it's going to need heat rounds to really pen that shit. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Flamethrower doing work and burning the Germans alive. Kenworth coming on in for AT. Churchill just coming very close. Could get a nice shot on both targets if they can hit it. That brings the health down. And again, we have the assault officer trying to get that final kill. Suka very wisely backing on up to a better position. But the British single-handedly are taking this entire area. Look, I know the Katyushas are definitely doing work. Let me be very clear on that. They've got a number of kills. And to be fair, this is a hell of a blob for them to hit if they could call in. Dear Katyusha, you are currently being requested on the front to smash the shit out of the Germans. Please come up. We have artillery coming in from a... Oh my god, this again, the stolen artillery from the Zis AT gun. Firefly's in action, so at least they have a counter in order for, like, any German armor that may deploy. And speaking of the devil, the Germans do deploy armor. We have a Panther on the front. Meanwhile, a Jagdpanzer's on the field. Oh my god, they're just... This guy can't get a break! Oh my god, his infantry's so low. But luckily, it focuses on the AT. A lot of AT, though, focusing on the KV-8. This gun, though, counters it, hits a rear shot, really nice, and will push the Jagdpanzer back a little bit. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a recon pass over here. I'm assuming the Airland officer is doing that. Yeah, Airland officer has a recon ability. Again, super useful for the Brits. Katyusha coming on in. There goes the building. And actually, there goes some of the blob. Goes through the building, smashing the blob to bits. Oh, great hit across the board. Doesn't kill him once again, but it's a lot of manpower to get that operational again. And that Panther is going in by itself versus AT troops. Those tank hunters are no joke. You definitely have to worry about them if you are a Panther. Now, I wouldn't say they're as, like, deadly as, like, maybe a little bit of a waste there. But they're not as deadly as, let's say, a penal troop. but they can still snare you, and they can still trap you, which is the big issue. Now, it looks like the Germans, again, Maxim's this gun, they're just taking the Soviets' weapons. They'll try to focus more on mid. The Soviets, they need at least a good fighting force. Stop upgrading your conscripts, just get a normal base set of conscripts, and I think you'll be doing a lot better for yourself. Meanwhile, the Germans trying to keep the British back on the right, having some issues here. Again, he got his Panzer headquarters up, he's upgrading it. It's still going to be a while before he gets a Panther, but at least he has that. Jagdpanzer with double Verkehrwerfers on standby. But once again, plenty of munitions, we could see fire, and AVRE could be deployed, which would be a huge counter to a lot of these grouped up units once again, because it could just pop it, fire a shot, and do a lot of damage even against armor. Royal Engineer Squad, very low on health, needs to get out of there. But he's still pushing, but okay, there we go, retreats. For Verkehrwerfers, Jagdpanzer, Puma, everything's hitting this Churchill. Churchill taking it like a champ, backing up through the smoke, only at half health. Fire coming down, great positioning. Verkehrwerfer is going to die, and if they retreat through there, well, it's going to be a bad, bad day. And most likely, yeah, he doesn't have the medical, so they will probably retreat through the fire. So they have to keep moving forward. MG's going to suppress. KV-8 moving on in. Su-85 moving on for AT, so not a bad option as well, just in case the Puma or something tries to go for a dive. Infantry having some issue from the MG, well, both MGs. And we got some British infantry, frontline infantry coming on in. KV-8, though, taking a number of hits. Needs pull on back. Luckily bounces a number of shots. Might be able to escape. Does manage it. Stuka coming down on target. Hitting the MG. Knocking it out. The second one is still alive. Jagdpanzer are pushing on in, but the infantry had to pull on back. And yeah, grenade being thrown, but not really hitting all that much. Meanwhile, we have a big old blob on left. Again, Firefly having a lot of issues with said blob. Gonna need something. This is where the EVRE would come into big play. Panther, though, down a bit of health. Really doesn't have anything stopping him. British infantry, though, coming on the flank, versing the blob. A Gammon bomb would be perfect in this scenario. Look at all that. Oh, they throw it. It's gonna be actually a nice grenade. Kills at least 4 models off that. Come on, do some damage, Brits. You can do it. Right now, it's a clusterfuck in there. But the Germans seem to be retreating. No, British retreat first. And it seems like actually they may have lost some troops as well. But yeah, overall, Germans still can, I would say, win that fight. Maybe. Hold on. No, both of them can heal up their forces, so it's actually kind of a bit of a... No, Panther's still fighting, so maybe the Germans give a slight lead. Meanwhile, oh god, yeah, because over here we got heroes busting through trying to kill this mortar pit. This Soviet, again, being so defensive, and we've seen here that he's not a new player. He has some experience with himself, but yeah, he's going all artillery. Really focusing on that, and again, I don't know why he's so close. Like, a good frag bomb could hit both of them. Anyway, we haven't really mentioned about Batu. He's coming along the left flank. AT grenade, come on. Oh, he doesn't even have upgrades. Dude, what are you doing? Okay, I don't know why. I guess you're just there to reinforce, but this gun's coming over. Wait, what happened to your KV-8? Oh, KV-8's still alive. Okay, thank God. Meanwhile, it's a total collapse for the Brits. They're charging forward. And again, while there's a close range Katyusha kind of keeping them back, that will expire in like 10 seconds, so... Oh, wait, no, they actually walk into it. Okay. I was going to say wait it out, but no. You peaked a little too early. Brumbar going to be a hell of an issue for the British as, well, they have to deal with this thing, which can take a number of hits. They also have some mines along the front. Again, very weirdly placed. British artillery coming down on. Brits still have the territory, and again, Hoshi still recharging his men, but good job on Ghostly for taking the opportunity to really just spearhead an assault straight through and try to go in for a decisive action against the Soviets and the Brits, at least keeping them contained in the base, hopefully long enough for this guy to reposition his forces back into the urban area and wait for the British to come on in. So again, not a bad option. Funny enough, actually, highly recommend the Armchair Story. He just did a thing on the Western Front from 1944 through 45, and I did not know that it's actually a Polish division that kept a good chunk of the German forces stuck in France. Like, they kept a lot of the major armor and stuff like that stuck in France, so that like, I think it was 50,000 troops couldn't get out, but still not bad. Also, it also detailed the paratroopers that kind of like held off the Germans, and them kind of with like having issues with their objectives. Again, Ardene's Assault and stuff like they covered it as well. But again, really interesting documentary. I always highlight other content creators that I like. But anyway, small force holding back a large force at bay enough for the rest of the force to kind of move into position. Hopefully they can move in time. Unfortunately, though, it seems like a lot of forces are coming on in. He may have to worry about that. Luckily, Brumbar getting a nice shot on the conscripts, pushing that back. Bit of a dive going on in AVRE. Great shot hitting the Canwarfer and the building. Might be enough. We got special... oh, God. Here's the problem. He can't move his turret, but... Well... He can't move his turret. Oh, it's actually been jammed. That's hilarious. But, yeah, the fire will probably kill it. It's like... Great, you knocked out its gun, but the fire's still on the ground. Conscript's trying to fight again. Needs to work on his infantry. I don't know what he's doing here. British having a hell of a fight. Panzergrenadier's trying to go in and kill the Firefly. That'll be a huge win if they can knock that sucker out. The Germans, unfortunately, being hit by the MG. We have a grenade going off. Not a lot of damage there. Panther crippled, though. Second Panther coming on in. Hold on. We might have an issue here. Second Firefly move on standby. Could come in. Katusha. Oh, wait. Bundle grenade. No, Gammon Bomb. Gammon Bomb just murders the Panzer Grenadiers. He lost a squad. He lost 2 squads in that. And he is down to 4 infantry squads. Remember when he had this entire thing? He had the most units on the map. Now he's down to almost zilch. The British need to capitalize on this now. Firefly redeploying. Again, AT forces had to fall. Why'd you retreat that? It still has 5 men. But yeah, if they would have kept that there, like a lot of the men are weak. And the armor is down too. If they could just keep the advantage and keep sight on this, the Fireflies could do so much damage. Conscripts rushing on in, giving sight for the Firefly. Firefly could do easy pickings here. AT grenades being thrown at the Panther. Very low. Missiles, rockets from the Firefly miss. Come on, keep giving sight. Grenadiers trying to hold it back. The Panther coming in to save his ally. Very good job by Ghostly Shadow. Nice job. Panzerfaust cripples the Firefly. Second one coming on in, but also very low. He's going to need to do a rocket strafe or something, and he has the munitions for it. Double shot AT grenade. This may be unfortunately, a little bit of a sacrifice on the Panther to get the rest of them back. But the other Panthers are slowly making their escape. Oh, there goes this Panther. That is a big loss for both the Germans and the Brits. Can the Brits keep on the offensive? Both Panthers are still knocked out. Soviet forces, this could be the make or break time. KV-8 making a hasty escape from the Tiger tank on the field by Batu. We have a Verkenwerfer now stolen by the Soviets. Oh god. Oh my god, Batu has only 2 units left. The fire and everything just annihilated all of his men. Holy crap. Again, fire is deadly. Oh, Brumbar might actually get the kill here. Oh, mine going off from the Soviets. Brumbar, final shot. Not enough damage. Panthers look like they're making it back to base. Okay, Katusha just hitting the area where they were, but not where they're at. Brumbar killing the Verkenwerfer. Churchill coming on in. I don't know what the hell this Katusha is doing, but it's way too close to the front. Tiger making a slow escape. Brumbar trying to assist. Oh my god, a lot of casualties taken on both sides, but IS-2 on the field. Tiger's crippled. IS-2 could go in for the wipe there if they can knock out the unit. Batu would be crippled. Absolutely crippled if he loses the Tiger. He needs to get that thing out in one piece. Otherwise, the Germans will collapse. Because with him, and then also you have MW losing his Puma and a number of other forces, he still has a lot of manpower, so he could be saving up. Hoshi lost a good chunk of men, though he has Panthers. Goes to Shadow, lost his Panther. Churchill trying to get that final shot. Gets the shot! And the Churchill may not have the penetration, but did what needed to be done and beat the Tiger. IS-2 now, and the Zis gun putting a lot of pressure on the Brumbar. Don't let the Brumbar die now. Oh, no. And the Axis, in the course of the last 5 minutes, lose a good chunk of their men and armor. Now, a lot of infantry is pushing on in. We still have a lot of AT. If the IS-2 is lost, that would be a huge win. Because once again, the Tiger's going to be a while, but if they lose the IS-2, that'll also be a while before you can get a new one. At least Batu would be a little closer. But again, not a lot of overall men. They get the IS-2, so again, another heavy tank falling to just some support units. Katusha coming on in, right on all this, oh my god. Yeah, 20 kills and throwing 6. So at the very least, Corge is doing a lot better on his overall artillery. Anti-air as well, nice use of that coming on in to suppress the infantry. British coming on in on left. He has a Croc with 1 Firefly, still needing repairs. There's 2 Panthers over here. If he can use his If he can use the tank hunters to pin it once again, I feel like he'll be in a really good position. But again, it's one of those moments where it's like, keeps going back and forth. Right now, the right is really desperate. He has a lot of, I mean, like, Batu is only AT right now, pretty much. You can give himself a Panther as well, because this is here. But it's not like these guys have a ton of units. King Tiger's on the field, but it's dangerously, on the front, because it doesn't have a lot of support. Now, luckily, we got one unit over here, half dead, but still coming on over. Churchill, very weakened. It doesn't look like the Allies have enough. They're in a situation where it's like again, I'll do another historical reference. It's like the British after they annihilated, I believe it was the Italian 10th Army, was it? In Africa in early 41. The reason I say that is because with that destruction, it was like, yes, they defeated all these Italians and took hundreds of thousands of prisoners, but they couldn't continue it because the armor was in such disrepair. They need repairs. And even if they were to push toward Tripoli, or was it Tripoli? Or Benghazi? Damn it. Anyway, shit. Wherever they pushed to, where the Italians still held, I forget. I'm blanking on the name. It still would be very bad. British having a lot of issues. A mass retreat once again. I don't understand this. Oh, the strafing's coming on in, but all he needs to do is bring in the anti-air. Again say, hey, ally, bring in your anti-air to shoot down the planes. Croc chasing the Panthers. Alright. Croc's main gun, like a Churchill, not the best versing Panthers. It can still manage to do a lot of damage, especially if it's literally, oh my god, being presented by the Panther. Nice shot from the Croc, and that knocks it out. Oh, Hoshi went with assault support. Okay, so fuck the Panther, says Heroes. Oh god. Well, he finally got it that time, so that's good. And the Croc's nothing to sneeze at. It's really good against infantry. Again, even though I thought that Corge wouldn't really do much against infantry, his Katyushas have really shown. So right now, a lot of the infantry on the Axis side has taken a lot of casualties. Their best guy right now, I think, would be MW and Ghostly Shadow in terms of, like, keeping their shit alive, especially with 31 kills. Got to give it up to that. Nice job! KV-8 finally dead from the King. Again, using those heat rounds, extra damage. So good job by MW on that, just knocking out that heavily armored unit. We still have a Churchill and, well, the AVRE. Wait, no, does it die? No, AVRE's... Wait, hold on. I'm dumb. He has 3 Churchills. AVRE died. Okay. I'm not crazy. I was like, wait, no, I thought he had the AVRE. Yeah, he did. And it died. Now, these things are going in. Again, lack of infantry support is astounding me. Again, you can also call an artillery barrage on them. It would actually do some serious damage. Fire coming down. We got an MG trying to suppress them. Not enough, though, to stop them from killing one of the Churchills, which that's a lot of AT hits to kill a Churchill. More fire coming down. Oh, man, the Germans cannot catch a break. It's a 100% chance of fire coming down from the sky. Unfortunately, that'll actually hurt some of the British infantry, but will the Churchills be able to escape is the question. Prioritizing armor. Batu can finally deploy another Tiger. I'm assuming he'll do that. And he slowly build up... Oh, never mind. Lost one. Damn it. Oh, Panther's over here, of all things. That's interesting. He's actually running over a lot of the... Oh, my God. Great Stuka by, what's it? MW there. Knocks out a good chunk of the forces in one fall swoop. So, really good job there. Good use of the Stuka, especially hitting all of them in one go. Panther coming in to provide support, not a bad idea. Having issues on left, come over to support right. Both Churchills do make it out in one piece, however, so that is unfortunate. But at the very least, they did do a decent amount of damage to the German armor and infantry alike, but it looks like Germans will continue their push still, even with the Soviets coming in. It looks like stealing of a Kenwerfer, maybe? Mines being placed. Again, we see here that Bralix has tons of munitions, so we can absolutely put down a couple mines. Don't know if it'll be in time, but it'll definitely do it. On the left, the British are being preparing themselves to push against the Germans. If they knock out this German, the entire left side could collapse. And at least the Soviets are focusing in mid. I'm not saying they've been, like, the Katyushas have been very impactful for this game. I'll be honest. And again, nice job for them targeting that. The artillery's also hitting there, so they're at least making sure the German OKW units lose their buildings, aka lose their ability to get some certain units. Unfortunately, though, oh wait, AT coming on in, stuns the Panther, but again, he lacks AT. The conscripts are nowhere near the front and are retreating. So we need to get the hell out of there before the Panther gives chase, which they may do, and I don't see any mines stopping them. Meanwhile, we have airstrikes coming on in, exploding barrel or fuel tank. British falling back, but it's really the planes that's causing issues. If honestly, a Centaur might be a good idea to just shoot them down, or bring a Soviet anti-air vehicle over to the region. Though I think he's a little busy trying to hold back the Germans there. The British are a little farther back. They are doing some quick repairs and bringing up a Firefly to deal with said armor. Stuka though opening fire. Nice shot again, hitting the FG and the AT gun, knocking both those out. We have the Tiger and Panther hitting the Croc. But Firefly is on standby. An AT grenade could be thrown. Is thrown. Rockets missed the Tiger, but Tiger is pinned in terms, or sorry, its engine is crippled. So that's good. Get out, Tiger. Man, Heroes really does not like armor. But even though he's yelling at the Tiger, Ghostly is the guy I'm watching right now, because even though his Panthers have been a little bit mixed, he's had some good dives. His infantry, my God, look at all that veteran infantry. Yeah, the British have that too, but they don't have the kills that this guy has. Like 31. Oh, sorry. Was it 31? No, 32 at this point. Like, he has a lot of goddamn kills. Hoshi has been a little bit more mixed. Any other unit have some veteran stuff. For Kenmore for Vet 3, Stuka 36 kills. 36 kills Stuka, that's nothing to sneeze at. A lot of AT hitting those Churchills. Panther going on in. Again, trying to go in for the dive. Almost loses it. Oh, wait. AT gun hits it. Barely makes it out. Churchill making it out of there. Sacrificing one to keep on the front. Frag bomb coming in. Misses it for Kenwiffer. Does kill the MG. I'm assuming... Yeah, you use heat rounds to really penetrate those Churchills. Firefly's still there. I don't know why it's hidden there. You should probably move out and try to hit something. Unless he was worried about like AT infantry or something. Anyway, the good news is, even though that maybe Horsey kind of doesn't... he should be on the back foot against the Brits. He's holding his own really well. Although the Brits are putting down caches, which is not great. That's keeping them in the fuel game. Munition game, they need to catch up a little bit. But they'll take what they can get. Oh my God, this Tiger's so far forward. Smoke going down. I'm assuming trying to allow an escape option. T-34 very wisely making sure that does not happen. Kind of slamming itself into it. Tiger tank very low on health, and he's trying to get the hell out of there. It's not going to work, and he's going to die from a shot in the ass. T-34 kill it. Oh, perfect. T-34 got it. Even the lightest medium tank can still take on the heaviest of heavies. Churchills though need repairs, and he doesn't have a lot of munitions, so he'll have to use his Royal Engineers. Both Vet 3, by the way. Give credit where credit's due. And again, a good I like this army. Again, you have units fight against infantry, units fight against armor, and then close range unit, which I'm surprised he gave them Piats, but hell, if it's working, good for you. Tiger tank having some issues. Conscripts getting on in there. Nice ambush. Bring it down to half health. 2 conscripts, by the way. Half health. Really good against armor, those things. Unfortunately, I think he's still lacking anti-infantry, but whatever. The British are doing what they do best. Pitting another armor unit. Tiger trying to get the hell out of there. Right now, it's the infantry that's get bay. If the infantry keep the Firefly back, that'll be a plus. If they can't do that, that Panther's going to die. And so low on health. One last shot, the Firefly would do it, but he has to back up. Nice Katusha. Great hits across the board. Doesn't get a lot of kills, but that was like, if any slight variation of that trajectory of the rocket, it would have killed a lot of those Grenadiers. So yeah, Panther barely making out. This is it sucks because it's so low. This is where you may want to hey, can you call in this bombing strike, or can someone call in artillery or something? Well, they can't really do artillery. It would probably be a bombing strike. Panther going in for the dive against the Katusha, by the way. Got one of them in the chase. Looks like there's a strike coming on, a frag bomb, which, again, looks like it's going to hit possibly a T-gun and the... Oh my God, it annihilated the artillery. And deleted the mines, too. Straight path. So yeah, a bit of an issue right there for the Soviets. So much fuel, I don't understand why it doesn't get a bigger army. British holding their side. Coming on in. Now, a lot of the army over... Oh, conscripts. Oh, he's busy over here. He's trying to kill this stuff. He might get it. He does get the Panther, and that's a decent loss for Hoshi. He could always get another Panther with fuel, but it's going to be a little bit of time with manpower to get that back up. Meanwhile, German armor... is nowhere to be seen, but the infantry does it. They don't really need it. Right now, they're holding back the Soviet armor pretty damn well. Panzerschreck with Vet 4, Panzerfusiliers, they're doing a ton of damage. Although, again, the Brits still have a lot of anti-infantry units. I love this artillery officer. Has a Brett and the other one at a Piat. So, yeah, the Germans... Oh, light Gammon Bomb's going to kill that. And now the cash is a big issue. If they lose that, that's a decent amount of resources. A lot of units close up. This is a very bad idea. Again, I know he just used the Gammon Bomb, but still, this guy still has... Oh, he doesn't have the munitions for it. Oh, it's 50 now for Gammon Bombs? 50. Damn, okay, that's expensive. But, I mean, it's a very, very powerful explosive, so I get it. Croc coming on in. That infantry's gonna have some issues. Again, right now the artillery's being... Oh, he's mass-producing T-34s now. Jesus Christ, he heard my calling. He's like, well, fine. You want me to get armor? I'm gonna get all the armor. A lot of Verkanwerfers, I'm assuming they were trying to target the Churchills. Churchill's, though, still alive. He still has 2 of them. And although MW could deploy a Sturm Tiger, he's saving up for another King, I assume. Stuka coming on in. Not really hitting anything. That was kind of a misfire. T-34 is going on in. They could ram this. Croc, Vet 2 now. MG holding stuff back, but the T-34 is going to wreck it. Panther might just try to stay at long range, try to hurt that T-34. Giving chase, the Panther has issues, but if he's at long range, he's a little bit better. Conscripts also looks like take some losses. He may just want to charge that one up, try to keep that thing back. But British, again, give credit where credit's due, are holding the fuel on this side for right now. The Germans are down on fuel, but they're still doing very, very well on munitions. And again, we still have a couple... Wait, 1 cache? Oh, and the artillery's saying this. Very low on health. He definitely doesn't want to lose that, otherwise he'll lose access to some of that armor. Strafing run coming on in. Again, anti-air is the solution for this. He's not getting it, though. I am very curious why Heroes is not getting a Centaur. I think that would be... Look, I know it's 10 CP, and that would pretty much effectively neutralize any additional armor he would get, but I think it would be a good change of pace to shoot down those planes. IS-2 is in mid. Panther not looking good if it wants to engage that. I would probably pull back if I was him. Storm Pioneers coming in that area. We have some forces coming in this region, grabbing some leftover equipment, which is hilarious because it's the MG. The Maxim, I think that was left behind from earlier. Army size, Soviets and the British are looking like they're in the low 80s. Axis are looking like they're in the probably lower 70s, I would say, at best. It's close, but the Axis are definitely underneath the Allies right now. Which, again, I'll give both sides credit. They've had some good hits on both fronts, but the big question of the game is just overall unit preservation. How are we looking? For the Allies, again, the British, Cranky Crab's doing pretty well. Corgi's not really, and Hero's doing fantastic. Look at all this Vet 3 infantry that he currently has, although not a lot of kills. MW has a lot of higher vetted units as well, though some newer ones with the sport equipment. Batu's just, you know, 1, really. Tiger might end up immediately dying. We have an airstrike coming on in. Oh, nice! Pin the armor! Tiger is stunned. Fire's coming down, hurting the infantry. And again, I had to pull it back to the camera first. IS-2 putting the final nail in that Tiger's coffin. And really good job there. Verkanwerfer, so giving chase, firing shots at them. Not a ton of damage right there. So yeah, there goes to that Tiger's chance for getting some veterancy. This Tiger is well being crippled by a mine, it looks like, or something. Maybe it was AT grenades from these guys. Ghostly Shadow, again, doing very well. Hoshi, kind of a mixed bag. Although I think he keeps losing a little bit more. So both sides have 2 guys I'm more iffy with. 2 guys, and then 2 of... What the hell? And 2 guys have stuff that's good. What the fuck? Is he just gonna hot... Alright, Katusha, a little... Wait, hold on. Oh, just a little short, but very close killing the infantry. Okay, Croc trying to give chase. Oh, gets the kill. Panthers on standby mid. I love all the camouflage T-34s. Like, shh, you can't see us. You can't. Oh, Stuka firing in the distance. What is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit this base? No, it's gonna hit on the right. It does kill infantry though. And the Churchill, very low on health, but does manage to get out. Again, credit's due on Cranky. AT guns on standby, trying to hit that Jagdpanzer and the King. Not really any infantry to stop them. Okay, Volk Squad coming on in. Although IS-2 is right there, so they have to be very, very careful on that. Unfortunately, the British going to have some issues. The Panzer Grenadiers trying to take some territory. Armor's healed again. Looks like Hero's on the back foot again. Does have enough manpower to re-heal his army, though. It's a question right now because I think he might have too many men. I think he's at a point where he got a unit, and now I don't think he can fully populate his army. So, like, yeah, he can't. It's slight, but it's a slight thing, but yeah, he can't fully populate his army right now. It's over, like, to do that, it would be overpopulation allowed. Katusha coming in, getting a great shot on the Verkenwerfer. And another nice volley over here. Verkenwerfer gets the hell out of dodge. Opelsudaten being suppressed by the MGs. IS-2 seeing, oh, lunge, and decides to just go after the bunch of units. IS-2 fires more shots. That thing is fucked. Luckily, nice smoke will save his units and get them the hell out of there. So, good job there. Jagdpanzer are also a bit weakened, pulling on back. Opelsudaten giving chase to that Vet 3 Ziska. That was causing hell. Strafing support coming in mid. Croc burning the infantry. But the Tiger, Jesus, is still an issue for Horsey. Artillery, Panzerwerfer coming on in. Not a ton of damage, though. And again, that's brought to you by Ghostly Shadow. Still a lot of resources he has, so if he loses stuff. Bad flank. For him or for you? A lot of your infantry's back at base. You may want to move that up. But, yeah, the T-34 is lying in wait. And, yeah, they knocked that sucker out. And now he doesn't have any armor. He's actually been crippled pretty hardly. Fireflies coming on in, pushing back the Panther as well. T-34s, though, keeping the momentum. They're pushing forward. One charging in. Cripples to take the thing. Almost flips over from the front. 5 misses. Oh, God. On Panther. Finally, it is dead. But, yeah, 1 Panther remaining. It's the Vet 2 one. So that was the recruit that died. Unfortunately, a lot of the armor is weakened. So it's T-34s. We need to get it out before a lot of AT forces coming on in. There is 1 Jagdpanzer with a base that's barely alive. Germans need to really focus on killing this armor. But again, I think this is way too cocky. I don't know why you're advancing. The armor is not in a good enough state. Oh, you killed the Panzerwerfer. And that... Oh, wow, he's slowly running him over. No, stop it. Oh, actually got a few. That's all his T-34. He pumps out 3 more. You kill them, 3 more take its place. Jesus Christ. The problem is the Brit needs to take that territory, though. And the question is, Batu lost some of his men. He's a little bit slower to reinforce, but he still has an army. Like, he lost a lot of models, but the units themselves are still alive, even if his base is on the edge. Next, we have MW still looking pretty good, although, yeah, he lost his king again. Oh, nice frag bomb. Getting good strikes all around. Churchill's pulling him back. Firefly as well, though he lost his frontline infantry. That's going to be a big loss for him to grab territory. British slowly capping the left-hand side. That'll be a huge win if they can get all that territory under their control. Because, again, we look at Horsey. He has a decent amount of manpower and fuel. He could probably get himself another Panther. But it'll still be a little bit before that happens. In the meantime, they can grab it. Now, luckily, he placed mines, which will delay the British advance. Smart move on his part. And hopefully will allow them to make up an army to hopefully combat that. Nice! I think it was grenade. Yeah, it was grenade. And almost loses 2 squads right there. Stuka, Vet 3 with 52 kills. Where's it coming down? I'm assuming back here. Oh, this could be devastating. Oh, it is. But doesn't lose his squads. That he very easily could have, but he did not. Jagdpanzer by itself, I know it's hidden, but if he knows where it is, he could overwhelm it. I see 1 snare option, but not much. British infantry fighting the Germans. Oh my God. Hoshi losing so many men. Victory point wise, it is dead even. Like, I haven't really made much of a point because as far as I could tell, no one made like a huge gain like I didn't want to say. But Jesus Christ. The Germans are still holding those VPs, which are allowing them to, you know, push the Allies back. Katusha way too close to the front. I'm unsure why he's that close unless it was an accident. You could always do the Gamma Bomb option. It would be explosive, but it would kill it, as they're both right next to each other. I love how the mines are exploding and hurting the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, bundle grenade going off. Hold on. Oh, it's normal grenade going off. Killed the NG. Nice. Minefield going off, though. Very close. A lot of British infantry did die, though. But Croc, in the meanwhile, is helping on right. Nice job helping out your team. AVRE is back. Wait, yeah, AVRE is back on the front, getting a nice shot on the Pretend Morphers, though a lot of ATs hitting it. We still have a Vet 3 Churchill still helping out. We have a Tiger deployed. Okay, so this will be the third Tiger. Hopefully this makes up for it. Units are falling back. Very low on health. Croc could get the kill. It is Vet 2. So it very, again, for those who don't know, easier maneuverability and, again, more fuel. So, more fire, I guess. Artillery coming down in mid with actual fire. Nice shot with the pack, pushing back the Fireflies. Again, looks like they don't have the infantry to take mid. And again, Corge just sacrifices his units. His artillery, though, is hitting mid, so at least it's causing some damage. But, again, it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, it's still very close VP point-wise, but luckily... Oh, Stuka stopped it! Stuka stopped the decap. Conscripts coming on in. He needs the shock troops to come on in. Luckily, they are doing just that. British forces are holding this area for the meantime. He's slowly trying to reinforce his men back at base and try to get them back up or help out mid. Unfortunately, these stormtroopers are coming on in, knocking out a very good unit. Again, the tank hunters. Could go in for the Katusha, also kill the engineer squad, which would be a big plus if he can kill it. The artillery is now coming in, and maybe a little too close for comfort, but at least they'll take the point. Same thing over here, shock troops, 19 kills. Hopefully we'll take it. The Germans are definitely on the back foot right now. Resource-wise, it's definitely a little more in the Allies' favor with munitions. Though, I will say, fuel-wise, it's about even. So, yeah, right in, they could be actually a little more sided to the Germans, or if they get that, or the Allies if they get it. Yeah, but we've seen good armor plays, good infantry plays all around this game. It's really just going to come down to the wire and who can keep stuff alive. Now, luckily, it looks like over here, Hoshi has enough forces to take this point. Although British artillery is coming in, we do know that he went with Comet because we has Gamma Bomb options. So with the Comet there, we're going to not see the air burst, which would probably do a lot more. Also, we could probably move the troops in to stop it. Croc just burning that pack gun. Oh, Ghostly Shadow, though, has tons of manpower he could sacrifice in order to get it, although he did lose one of his, actually, I think 2 of his better vetted units. Panzer Grenadiers coming on the flank, trying to circle this MG. Katusha could have fired on, or could fire on this if they are unaware of his position and they continue to group up. Horsey needs to worry, although he looks like he's backing up. He may not be able to do exactly that. Armor pushing mid, but there is Firefly and a Croc that can take a lot of damage, though it is in a weaker state. Katusha needs to hit mid. It is doing just that. Panzer Grenadiers and artillery. We got the ML-20 currently hitting in mid. Oh my god. Ram coming on in, and artillery hits the unit on the retreat. Panther knocked out, again, thanks to the Fireflies. T-34 giving sight for the Tigers. The Tiger might be in a bad state right now if the Fireflies move on in. But they're right now staying put. They need to move on up. Luckily, the British are still holding this position. Vet 3, infantry section, give it their all, holding as long as possible. Bundle grenade could change that, but they already used it last with the stormtroopers. They will pull back. A pack gun moving on in, but the T-34 is coming in to stop it. And there is a decrewed T-34 the engineers could try to take. Meanwhile, on right, we have a gigantic blob of forces. AVRE, if you would... Oh, you're about to do it. Please do it, AVRE, please. I'm begging you. I'm really begging you. Anyway, Tiger Tank once again dies. Man, that's a shocker. AVRE aiming, come on. There goes 2 units. And once again, we're looking at a guy with not much of an army. But at the very least, the Germans did manage to push mid with limited forces. Again, they're coming in piecemeal. Why would you ram the tank with more health? That is a bad move and a really stupid play, because what's going on right now is now this tank can't fire, but the Panther, even with a crippled engine, can still fire and kill this T-34. So dumb. Conscripts need to move on. Cranky Krabs is GG. Oh, we lost all of his infantry. I'm assuming from a Stuka strike or something. Although, look, there's still good plays coming over here. The problem is, it's the other side. This Churchill needs to redeploy to go to the other front. Right now, German forces are down to, oh my god, to like mid-40s. Allies are currently in the, oh my god, ram from behind. Can we see an airstrike? I don't see an airstrike coming on in. KV-8 is down. Rockets firing way too far out of range. Let's see. Strafing run coming on in. Braylex is GG. But the Tiger's about to die. And that's pretty much all of MW's forces. Like, you guys are saying GG, but you have no idea how close you are to victory. Oh my god. Right now, the only German player with an actual army is fucking Ghostly. Ghostly, it is up to you to save this game. And with your T-34 you stole from the enemy, which is hilarious, you're trying to do what you can. They do cap it, though, unfortunately, but Volk squads are there to decap it. We got some assault officer over here. Again, you can always... Oh, wait, no, we already used the Gammon bomb, so he shouldn't win this fight. I think the Stormtroopers will win this fight. But yeah, additional infantry needs to come over. I don't know why all the armor's over here. It should be... If he focused everything over here and holding this point, he would win. Right now, it's do or die. 22 points remaining. Anything could happen. Right now, again, soloed right now. Like, he needs some support. Luckily, with the amount of AT this conscript has, he's able to hold it back. Unfortunately, he doesn't have AT grenades to throw at that thing. Don't get out of there! You keep staying there. Okay, all 3 points are right now decapped. No one is losing points. It's 22 points remaining. Armor's pushing on in. Again, Cranky still has a decent amount of manpower left. I'm surprised he doesn't get more infantry. Artillery from the Zisgun coming on in. More T-34s. Where's that Katusha? Dude, you're Katusha. Katusha. Why are you charging? I don't understand. You're doing these rams, but you have nothing. Hold on. Is there artillery hitting that region? Oh, it's hitting... No, he got a lucky shot. Okay, I was like, if the artillery kills it, I will eat my words. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're about to lose another T-34. Luckily, he's burning through all the fuel he's saved up on. British holding mid. Germans holding the other side. Do they have a Stuka bomb available? They do not, so they can't stop that. Firefly is crippled, though. I'm assuming by Volk squads. Using Panzerfaust. Or the... No, Jagdpanzer Vet 4. It's a good job there. But no army remaining. Churchill pushing forward. Dude, you're by yourself. Versing a Vet 4 Jagdpanzer. Come on, man. Like, I know. It looks tempting. It looks so tempting. Oh, so close. Can he get the kill? One last shot. Main gun destroyed. Nope. Wow, says Braylex. Hold on. Braylex. Artillery coming down. Actually, heard some, I think, a little friendly fire right there. They're holding 4 points. Will they hold? Oh my god. Yeah, that's... Oh, wait! That killed all of his forces! Shock troops need to hold mid. Shock troops are holding mid. Well, okay. Holy god. That was too close to call. Hot damn. The allies were like, GG, it's over. Nope. They won it. They absolutely won it. And yeah. I was worried that him sending all his force over right would be a bad move, because then I would figure like, oh, why not focus left? Because this guy doesn't have much of an army. You could easily hold this point. And I think he could have. I think the Brits were fine for the most part. You could say the Jagdpanzer and Panther could have overwhelmed them, and that's a fair statement to say. Like, I mean, honestly. So him moving over there, pretty good choice, and it looks like in this case it work out. But really good job, heroes. Really good job, by the way, Ghostly Shadow. Thank you for submitting this replay. He actually submitted this. I know it was a German loss, but damn, you did your absolute best, man. Let's look at damage. Heroes got most damage on the allied team. Kills wise went to Braylex. Axis team, most kills went to Ghostly Shadow. Easily he had the best men. He had the highest veteran troops for the longest time, and his Panthers were okay, but his infantry was top tier. Damage wise, it was MW. MW, he lost a lot of units, I'll be very clear, but he did have a good heat rounds. He did have some good Stukas shots, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the allies just countered hard. Unfortunately, killed a lot of stuff on the retreat, which does unfortunately suck. But some really good plays there. Really good tactics, and I really enjoyed the back and forth nature. I honestly could not. I thought I was going to go to the allies and then went to the Axis. I'm like, I don't know who's going to win this. And I thought the Axis was going to win at the end, but nope. Allies clutch it out in the end. I am super, super lucky. Not lucky, but I'm super, super stoked that that actually happened. So really, really awesome job. Really awesome game. Seriously, thank you, Ghostly Shadow, for submitting this. But yeah, overall, I'd probably say really good tactics. Maybe too many units retreating too early and too many units retreating too late. But again, that's hard to master. Some good unit preservation on both sides. Some unfortunately not. But yeah, good defense, good holds, and just really good plays all around. Again, I like some of the fire. I like some of the artillery. I like some of the tank battles. Some stuff like T-34 Rams I think could have gone better. I think maybe Corgi was probably the weakest guy here, but he still played his part. His artillery did well, and overall did pretty good. Though I think MW. I'm curious to see what happened if you got a Storm Tiger. I really want a Storm Tiger, but I guess not today. But hey, what do you guys think? What was your favorite unit in this? Let me know down below. And also, submit your replays, Greyshot Productions, once again, and I'll take a look. Or my Discord, either way. And all those links, by the way, are right down below. But otherwise, this has been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before you go, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons, these awesome people that include Jakub, Ace, Ion, JustThomasPlays, Ollie, PyroShark, Joey G240, and Milam. Thank you all so much for your incredible support. You guys are amazing. Same thing with my patrons down below. You guys support the channel so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.